I've said it for so many years, for so many times to so many people. We live in the lucky country, live in the lucky state, and nowhere is it more evident than here in East Perth. However, there are some storm clouds growing, and we know what's going on with China, Russia, unfortunately Ukraine. We're even bought $370 billion worth of nuclear-powered submarines, so we're seeing the war sabers being rattled. The big thing we've seen in recent times is we've seen the bank system collapse yet again, both in America and Switzerland, and the overtones are there that could tip us into another dilemma with the banks that we've seen previously. Most analysts believe we're coming to the end of our rising interest rates. Inflation seems to be under control to a good degree, but of course we've got all those other things I spoke of happening out there that could actually imbalance that. But for the foreseeable future, it would suggest that, interest rates will start to peg off. Unfortunately, for people who are renting, and fortunately for investors, we're going to see rents continue to go up because we have a huge supply and stock shortage, and that is only going to exacerbate as we get more and more people coming into wonderful Perth. So where do you go to from here? Seems like I've been doing these quarterly reports forever, nearly 4 decades now, but this is the most interesting. We've got a huge conundrum. We've got a huge supply shortage, as I've explained. On the other side, we've got migration going on like there's no tomorrow. We've got a couple of thousand students come in, we've got 950 police, we're looking for mining workers, we're looking for building workers. So that's going to put a push on prices, but unfortunately I don't see it being so much on the capital value, it's going to be on the rental prices, and the rental price is going to keep pushing for a long time yet because of the supply shortage and greater demand. What we also see happening at the moment, and this is where I come to this conundrum, a lot of people have had that honeymoon rate of a couple of percent interest rate and had their loans fixed for both their own homes and or investment property. So some of those are coming out. There's over 35% of those loans are fall due in the next 6 months, and we believe that a lot of people will be saying, hey, all of a sudden I was paying 2.5%, I'm paying now 7.5%, I'll need to sell. So that could bring more stock into the market. Investor confidence is shaken up at the moment because of the talk about potential war or global catastrophes there, and the universal banking system. Here in Australia, and WA particularly, we're the best place to be where all this unfolds, but it still brings uncertainty. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens in the next quarter. But the way I see it, rents are going to keep going really strongly. Property prices probably stay where they are while people make up their mind what's happening out there. Thanks, guys.